6 weeks, 3 dances done, 2 missing, and the competition that cost me 5 grand just to register. Hi everyone and welcome back. Today I want to show you something I never actually shown before, what competition preparation looks like when it's not going according to plan. Because right now it's the end of May, my next competition is July 4th weekend in New York City. This is 6 weeks from now. And here's what I actually am. In Latin, we have only 3 dances ready: cha-cha, samba, and rumba. Jive is a halfway done. Paso doble doesn't exist yet. My partner is 22 years old. We've been working together for a few months. The choreography he's been building is genuinely ambitious, more complex than anything I've competed with before. And I have no idea if we are going to make it. In this video, what it actually costs financially and emotionally to prepare for a gold level competition on a real deadline. What happens when the clock is running and the work is done. And the one thing I keep reminding myself, when the pressure gets heavy. Let me give you the actual picture. We started working on the choreography a few months ago. My partner, his name Sasha, he is 22. He choreographs at the level that honestly surprised me. The combination he puts together are not beginner stuff. They are more complex, they are fast, they require precision, which is exactly what I wanted when I moved to gold category. Here's what most people don't understand about competitive ballroom. You don't just learn dances, you build routines. Every single step is planned. The entry, the pattern, the exit, the timing to the music. For the 5 dancers, cha-cha, samba, rumba, paso doble, and jive, you need 5 complete routines. And we have only 3 for now. Cha-cha, done. I feel comfortable in it. Samba, done. It needs more work, but the structure is there. Rumba, done. This one I actually love. Jive, half built. We know the beginning, the second half is still being created. Paso doble, nothing. We haven't even started. 6 weeks. Now the financial reality of where we are. Every rehearsal costs money. I pay for the studio time, I pay for my partner's coaching hours, I pay for my own private lessons on the top of that. And I already paid the competition registration, which at this level, with the multiply dancers, it's a 5K, only for one program, before I booked a single flight and a hotel. So the clock isn't just emotional. The clock has a dollar amount attached to it. I want to talk about what it's actually like to work with the partner who is 13 years younger than you. Because I've gotten a lot of comments, suggesting I should find a cheaper partner, an older partner, someone easier to work with. And I understand why people say that, but let me explain what I actually getting for that money I'm spending. When I was dancing in the silver category, at the silver level, I was comfortable, I was placing well, I could walk onto the floor and feel confident. And I was worried in the end. The moment I moved to the gold and started working with Sasha, everything became harder. The choreography is harder. The expectations are higher. The women I'm competing against have been in this level for at least 10 years, sometimes 15 years. I've been in a gold for months. On the paper, I shouldn't be there yet. But here's what I've learned about growth. And I think this applies to everything, not just dancing. You don't grow by standing in the category where you win. You grow by stepping into the room where you're clearly not the best person there yet. The discomfort, that feeling of I don't quite belong here, That's not a warning sign. That's actually exactly where you need to be. My partner is 22. He is fast, he's technically very strong, and the choreography he builds is designed for where I could be in a year, not where I'm right now. Some days that's exciting. Some days I watch the footage from rehearsal and think, I'm not there yet. And both of those things are true at the same time. So what does actual preparation looks like when 6 weeks on the clock? Right now, 2 dances, rehearsals per week. Each one is a 90 minutes of real work. No warm up, no chatting, no stretching. 90 minutes of running the same 8 bars until they feel like they belong in your body, not just in your head. And on top of that, I do gym 3 times a week, 2 hours each session, because at this level, techniques alone is not enough. Your body has to be able to execute. Stamina, strength, flexibility, all of it matters. And once a week, I see my chiropractor. I started that about 6 months ago. Before that, I needed massage like twice a week just to keep my muscles functional. Now, one of 15-minute session and everything resets. If you are an athlete and you haven't found someone like that, that's honestly one of the best investments I've made. But here's what nobody talks about in competition preparation: the mental weight of an unfinished routine. Every time I walked into rehearsal, knowing that drive isn't complete, the paso doble doesn't exist, this low level pressure that just sits there. It doesn't go away between sessions. It's there when I wake up, it's there when I go to the gym. It's this quiet voice saying, you're behind, you're behind, you're behind. And managing that voice is honestly as much work as dancing itself. What I've learned to do, and this took me a long time, is separate what I can control from what I cannot. I can control how I focused. I am in very rehearsal. I can control my sleep. I've been going to bed at 10 p.m., waking up at 7 a.m., and that alone has changed my energy completely. My nutrition, my recovery. I cannot control how fast choreography comes together. I cannot control whether we are fully ready in 6 weeks. I cannot control where I place. The only question is, can I walk onto that floor and know I gave everything I had in the time I had? Here's the honest question I've been sitting with. Do I go to this competition? Because right now, the answer isn't obvious. The registration money is already paid. That's not coming back. But there is still flight, hotel, makeup, the dress. We are talking another like 20 or 2500 minimum on top of what I've already paid. And if we go with an uncompleted routine, if we walk on the floor at July 4th competition in New York, one of the biggest events of the year, with the Paso Doble that's been together for 3 weeks, what does that cost me? Not just financially, what does it cost in terms of confidence, in terms of how I feel about my dancing? I've competed before when I wasn't ready. I've also waited until I felt perfectly ready, and perfect never came. Here's what I keep coming back to. Last year, I was at the same competition, different partner, different level, different choreography. And I remember standing at the edge of the floor before my first hit and thinking, I don't know if I can do this. And then the music started and I danced, not perfectly, but I danced. And the feeling of having been on the floor in that ballroom in front of those judges, it stays with you in a way that sitting home never does. So I think I'm going. I think we are going to finish Jive in the next 2 weeks. pass a double in 3, and walk onto that floor knowing we did the work we could do in the time we had. And if I don't, please, and I might not, that's okay. Because the alternative is watching from home and wondering. Before I get to my last thought, if you've ever watched my competition journey and you're curious about the dresses I wear on stage, I design and sell my own competition ballroom gowns at irinavibestar.com. Every dress you've seen me compete in, I created. Link is in the description. Here's the thing I want to say to anyone watching this video who is in the middle of something that isn't finished yet. Whether it's a career change or a new relationship or a creative project or a goal you set for yourself, this is taking so much longer than you thought. The fact that it's not done yet, not done doesn't mean you are doing it wrong. I started competing at the gold level a few months ago. The women I share the floor with have been there for decades. I'm objectively behind them in experience, and I'm still going, not because I think I will win, because the only way to get the 10 years of experience is to start logging the time. And the only way to log the time is to show up, even when the routine isn't complete, even when the money is tight, even when you don't know how it's going to go. I'm 35, I have a 22-year-old partner. I have 3 dances ready and 2 to go. And in 6 weeks, I'm going to be in New York. That's the real cost, not just the money. So that's real too. The real cost is choosing to stay in something even when it's uncomfortable, even when you cannot guarantee the outcome. That's what competing at this level actually feels like. I will be documenting everything between now and the competition. The rehearsal, the moments when it clicks, the moments when it doesn't. If you want to follow how this actually pays off, subscribe. I post every week. And I want to know, have you ever committed to something before you felt ready? Leave it in the comments. I read every single one. And I will see you in the next video. XOXO. Bye.